Hey, how's it? This is the Foundation coming at you with the Cowboy, a little bit more on the Cowboys draft. Today I'm gonna be talking about safeties. Kind of do like a position breakdown of guys that could probably possibly land at 58th and all that. But before I get into that, just sending my prayers to Michael Irvin, 88 playmaker, the easily one of my top 5 Cowboys of all time. I've been meaning to do that one day, like my top favorite players of all time. Not necessarily the greatest, just the top 5 players that I always rooted for and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll get to that sometime. Send his prayers to his family as well. And Michael Irvin, you ever watch this, or somebody watch this, just letting you know that we all here for you, so hopefully everything comes back positive, and can't wait to see you again. All right. So at 58, there's a few ways we can go. I know that we signed Georgie Loca. While he's a good solid signing, and very cheap too. I just read the contract. I was kind of shocked with that. But anyway, having said that, you're always looking to upgrade. And these are like some of the safeties that I think that could land at 58. Maybe one or two of them might not be there by the time it gets to 58, but we'll see. First, the guy I'm going to talk about is Nasir Adderley. Easily the best safety in this class. He answered the one question that had, how was he like against competition? Because he played in Delaware, not the most competitive, conference and places that and stuff like that he can play. But he went in the Senior Bowl, really exploded. Really exploded. Took on a couple guys in the slot, so he shows his versatility in that sense. He was taking on Andy Isabella, one of the better slot receivers in this draft. But he's well versed. Good, great, awesome range. I mean, he can pretty much play anywhere he wants on the field if he so chooses to. As far as DB and all that kind of stuff, he can play in, he can play down, he can play on the inside, he can play, if you wanna move him outside, he has enough coverage skills to do that, and he can play the deep middle as well too. So, and like I said, I don't think he's gonna be there because there's tons of teams there's like at least 5-6 teams that could use a safety, and I just think he's gonna be gone. So, but if something surprisingly comes up and he lands at 58, better take it. Next guy is Darnell Savage. I wasn't too keen on him until I watched the Michigan game. He had a couple interceptions. I think the one other game I watched, I think the teams was just kind of staying away from him. So when you're watching the game, you're not really keeping a solid eye. So you just kind of lose track of him and all that. With him, he's very interchangeable. He can play up and down and all that. And if they ever want to do that the Tampa 2 or whatever, the 2 deep safety look, he can do both and all that. So he knows how to space out, and willing tackler, very physical, very stocky guy, so I think he's gonna, I think he's could be very interchangeable and all that. Next guy, I think he can be there for us. Juan Thornhill. know him well. He had a couple picks against my Hurricanes. I mean, even though it wasn't like a great play in his part. It was just horrible plays by Perry and Rozier and all that. So but he showed some good running after the catch and all that. One thing about him, though, I know him very well. One thing about him, he can bite on some plays and all that, those double moves and stuff like that, and he will gamble. So that's one thing he gotta be careful for. Not easily the fastest guy, but one thing is that so if you get him on a very athletic tight end, he could get beaten and all that, but he's very physical as a tackler. I think he's best suited as a strong safety, inside the box safety and all that, and with good very good coverage skills. Next guy is Jonathan Abram. I not really too high on him, but a lot of guys seem to like him. He's a true box safety. He will hit anything and everything. So he has no fear. He will step up again and play the run as best as he can. One guy told me that he kind of reminds him of Roy Williams. Like, I will give Jonathan Abram a little bit better credit as far as more coverage skills. But yeah, he does struggle in coverage and all that. But and sometimes he can be a little bit, maybe too much. He's trying to destroy everything in his path, and every now and then he might dismiss and all that. Kind of like J.J. Wilcox guy. He was so intent on hitting somebody. Sometimes he'll miss and all that. So, but he's a possibility. I wouldn't be too high on it, but some guys are really liking him and all that. This one is kind of like a little bit of a pet cat kind of thing. Jaquan Johnson out of the U. I love his instincts. I love his intangibles. He can play special teams. He can really diagnose plays really, really fast and all that. The one thing is that he cannot play down towards the box. Even though he's a willing tackler, it's not gonna be his strong suit. So like unless you put the thing where him and Xavier Woods are interchangeable, but Xavier Woods would have to probably be more of that the down guy. So I probably gotta come to the realization that that's not that's not a possibility. I love the kid though. He's a ball hawk. He will go after the ball. He creates turnovers and all that. But as far as playing down and all that, it's not gonna be a strong suit. Really fast too, since I'm finishing up this video. The NFL decides, since I'm talking about DBs, the NFL now put the rule in that you can review pass interference and non-calls. This was the dumbest thing. I mean, the only type of interference that I would call if was in the end zone. Because if, let's say, you have the 50-yard line, and then you throw it in the end zone, and the guy commits, and the referee throws a flag for pass interference. That's automatically on the 1-yard line. How fair is that for the defense and all that, And how many missed calls? I mean, how many wrong did they get in that sense? So anything. I mean, I would say anything that that was more than 15 yards. I take that back. Only thing is in the end zone and all that. That's the only thing. What they should have done was take away that stupid rule, the one with the landing on the quarterback and all that. That's the rule they should have gone after. That never make no sense. That one is irritating. But anyway, that's my video. Next, I think I'll be doing defensive tackles. So maybe not today. Maybe Friday, if anything. All right. Mahalo for watching. Paniola boys, and like always, go Cowboys.